Yassine, thank you very much. I couldn't find any more words to tell you more than thank you very much. You actually have raised the Baltic flag high up. Okay, we tried very hard to do that. We couldn't do it, so you've done it. Okay, thank you very much. I'm happy. I think a lot of people here are waiting for you to say something rather than me, so I'll leave it to you.
Thank you for everyone coming here today. And to be honest with you, I don't have nothing. I forgot everything. I was trying to say a lot of things. Everything is gone.
You?
See, no.
Not to say.
Yeah, but it's all gone now. Well, it's only what I can say. This is your support, guys. You support me till now, and I thank everyone here.
We're here to encourage Yassine. He's a real fighter, not only in boxing, but he made up all his way on his own. He's a real self-made man. You know how I've been talking to some of his colleagues and surrounding. Yassine needs support, backing and encouragement. And with our help, us as Moroccan community here in UK, we gonna do all our best to do this. Thanks a lot for coming, and I wish Yassine can come back and say some words, please.
Anyway, thank you guys, thank you so much for coming today. And this really gives me more and more power, yeah, for my next fight, which is, I hope I will fight for the IBO world title, yeah, inshallah. And plus I got my promoter here and my trainer, which is there backing me from a while now. And they support me big time, and I got a lot of help from them. Plus I got support from you brothers, and I need more support from brothers, Moroccan brothers, which is obviously I don't have much. I got more of Algerians, English, all the culture except for Moroccans. And I hope I will have more Moroccans coming and support me for my next fights. And thank you very much.
I mean, you were there, what did you do?
You want to fight, you know?
Yeah, to fight. I've read it recently on the internet. They said I'm only the boxer, which beat 2 former world champions on the planet, in the world. Only one boxer. This has happened. I didn't know that before, but I read it on the internet. One boxer beat 2 world champions in one night, which is me, a Moroccan. Which is good. Junior former WBC, and Colin Lyons, former the IBO world title. Is that true? Yeah.
Yes, right.
Yeah. And then the rest, and I had the number 4 in Europe. I beat him recently. It was Junior Collas, and I got some guys undefeated. They've been defeated by me. And about boxing, the question why you ask me what you think about the ring. The ring is my home. My hometown there. When I get in the ring, I'm having my pleasure what I'm doing.
There to get out of your ring.
Exactly. If you get out of the ring, that's gonna keep mine. But if you're inside it, you're gonna get knocked out. You're gonna get beaten up. One of the two. You decide. You know what I mean? I let the choice to you.
I'm not fighting you.
No, I'm just telling you. That's the choice to you. Anyway, thank you guys.
Yassine, who's next? Who's next?
Oh yeah, who's next? I would like to have the Matthew Hudson. Matthew Hudson. If I get Matthew Hudson, I'll kill him. Listen, he can't box. He fight for this country. He raised the flag. He raised the flag of Great Britain, which is I'm doing the same things what he's doing as well. But I got 2 flags, Moroccan and English. You know what I mean? And he's not that great. He's a loser. He goes to get beaten up abroad. That's not fair. And then I got Kell Brook. They said he's undefeated, never lost. Let's get it on, man. Let's get it on. Let's watch the proper fight. I never lost. No one beat me up. No one beat me yet. Let's bring someone, put pressure on me. Show me if I can box or not. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
I'm just going to give the speech now to the promoter of Yassine. So he's going to tell you about what he's done and what he's going to do in the future. Steve Goodwin, guys. Thank you.
Good afternoon to everybody. It's a pleasure to be here. I thought I'd just give you a little bit of background as to where we were and where we are now in Yassine's career. Around 18 months ago, I started off as a brand new promoter. I'd never promoted boxing before, but I met Charles and Yassine, and at that point, Yassine would say that he was talking about giving up because he wasn't getting any support, and that's a shame when you are as talented as he is. So I decided to do what I could and put all my backing behind him. And we started off last year, and we won a fight in April, and then we brought over the European number 4 for him to beat in December, and he beat him very convincingly and put up a good performance. But nevertheless, it was still difficult because Yassine does not have a British passport. That causes problems within the boxing community, and it doesn't help us because a lot of the big promoters are either not interested because he doesn't have a British passport, or they're more concerned with some of the other fighters on their books. So what then happened, we managed to get him into the big competition on Sky, which was Prize Fighter, and that was a fantastic night for Yassine as he beat 2 world champions on the same night, which will go down in history as the first person to ever do that. It's fantastic. So from there, we then managed to get him a top 20 ranking in one of the world bodies, which means he's now eligible to fight for a world title. And yesterday morning, it was finally confirmed that, providing we make terms within the next 30 days, we only have 30 days to do it, Yassine will be eligible to fight a final eliminator for world title against a Russian boxer who was defeated by Matthew Hatton on his last fight. We've got till, I think it's the 20th of August to negotiate that. If we don't, then that will pass us by and it's lost. But if we do that, there is a guarantee that within 9 months after that, Yassine will fight for a world title. And he will win that, and he'll be the next world champion. So hopefully, within the next 3.5 to 4 weeks, we're able to sort that out. And if that is the case, that's where our next plan is. But obviously there's a lot to talk about and sort out before that date. But obviously the world is open now. It's all there for him to take advantage of, and I'm sure he'll do it. We just need to make sure that the next step is the right step, because if we make the wrong one, it could be a fatal mistake. So it's very important that we all work together and make sure that we get this world title shot next year for him, and everybody in Morocco, Moroccan companies, Moroccan banks, all get behind him and support him in this quest, because he is the next best thing to come out of Morocco, and I'm sure you'll see him in a multi-million-pound fight in the next 2 years. Thank you very much.
Well done, Steve.
Guys, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Steve. I really appreciate. We appreciate. Now there's a guy who is behind Yassine. He's a big guy. Don't be scared. Don Charles, guys. He's the coach of Yassine.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Where could I begin? There's so many things to say about this young man here. I don't actually know where to start, but I'll try. Now, how did I get to know him? I went to watch a boxing match, a tournament, about 3 years ago. I was about to leave. I finished watching the fight. I went to see with my friend. I went to leave, and I saw a young man come into the ring. He had, if you don't know Yassine, he's an extrovert. He's a show-off. He's a good-looking boy as well. Anyway, he's Moroccan, exactly. Right? He likes the show. He likes center of attraction. This is him. That's his makeup. So as I was leaving, I turned around and this young man, a boxer, in the ring, wearing a leopard print shirt, yeah, and boots, white boots with tassels. If you don't know what tassels are, they're like, use it for curtains, yeah? Muhammad Ali used to have the same thing. He used to put it around his boots. Basically, in boxing terms, if you've got those tassels around your boots, means your flash number, means you've got incredible footwork. It highlights your movement, okay? So anyway, I turned around, so wait a minute. This kid, he better be good wearing those shorts and those boots. Yeah, I'm gonna have a look. So I sat down, and whilst he was being announced against his opponent, don't forget, this young man was being used as not the favourite. A lot of people want to know how boxing actually works. Boxing is real, it's real. To get through the ropes, you have to be a gladiator to get through. But the way the business works, the promoter has his favourite boy who he's trying to bring up. Okay? Then you bring your visitor, the other opponent who's not favored, is not supposed to beat your boy. Okay, so he's a visitor, let's say. He's not supposed to win. Okay, so anyway, the introduction, as he was being introduced, he's bouncing off the ropes, smiling. I thought, not only is this boy dressed bizarre, he's actually very cheeky. It's like he doesn't care. Like he said a minute ago, the ring is his home. It feels really comfortable. Yeah? Anyway, cut long story short. So I thought, let me watch this fight, very interesting. You better perform to how he's dressed, because if he doesn't, he's going to look like an idiot. Alright? Anyway, first bell, ding ding. He's smiling. He's smiling at his opponent. It's supposed to be a fight. He's smiling at the guy. Anyway, 2 minutes later, the guy was on the floor. Not him, the opponent. Alright? So anyway, I thought, okay. Lucky punch. Lucky punch. Do it again. Ding, 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 ding. Round 2. Bang, bang. He stops the opponent. Yeah? I thought, oh my God. I've never seen this. Anyway, cut long story short, I delayed me leaving. I wanted to see this young chap. Don't forget, I don't know him, never met him before, never seen him before. I walked over to him, I said, excuse me, who are you? He said, I'm with the biggest smile, I'm Yassinepressconferencefull, the showman. I thought, really? I said, I'm Don Charles, nice to meet you. Where are you from? He said, I'm from Morocco. I said, they brought you in, because what usually happens, they fly these guys into the country, they give them 2 days notice to fight, okay? They're still jet lagged, they can't stand up. Yeah, again, they've got to fight. That's how it works, okay, if you don't know. I'm exposing boxing a little bit here, but anyway. So we met. I said, you know what, you're incredible. I said, I've never seen anything like it. Yeah, don't forget, I've been doing boxing for 30 years, and I've been a coach for the last 12, 13 years. So I'm quite experienced. So anyway, I said, look, I'd like to see you again. He said, I live here. I said, okay, well, I'll see you around. Anyway, cut long story short, I didn't meet him again for another 8 months later. I saw him at another show. He wasn't fighting this time. He was just there as a guest. We exchanged numbers. I said, who's your trainer? He said, I haven't got a trainer. I said, what do you mean you haven't got a trainer? He said, I haven't got a trainer. I said, you know what? Check me out. I gave him my number. He called me, speeding things up a little bit. He phoned me. We got together. Do you know what? I don't know about your experiences and various things you've done in your life. Every so often, you cross paths with good people, sometimes you cross paths with bad people. This man, I class him as not just a boxer, forget the boxing thing, yeah? He's a brilliant human being. His heart, he's got, by the way, he's got 7 lions inside his heart. I've checked, okay? Not 1 lion, 7 lions, I've counted them, yeah? This man's got such a big heart, and he just wants to please everybody. But apart from himself, he will please everybody and not himself. This is the type of man you have. Anyway, I've got to know him. Not only do we have a trainer and boxer relationship, we have a brother relationship. I use the word love. I love this man. I really do. Anyway, it just so happens my training methods, because you can't teach him what he does. He already has it. Yeah, all I do as a trainer, I try and put the basics. The basics. What this guy does defies logic. He can't teach what he does. There's a boxer who resembles him, Prince Nazim Ahmed, who's supposed to be here today. Unfortunately, couldn't make it. He's a big fan of this young man here, okay? And he wants to get involved at some capacity, okay, into his progress of his boxing career. Because he's been around for a long time, but yet again, it's only recently, in the last 18 months, we started to work with Steve Goodwin. Again, another man with a heart that I can't begin. I'm not going to go into detail about how the boxing promotion works as well, okay? This man here is an exception. Like he said to you himself, I haven't been a boxing promoter for a long time. No, he hasn't. And I hope you stay the same as what you are in terms of the way you do business. Yeah, he's an exception, the way he does business. What he tells you is what actually happens. He doesn't tell you one thing and does the other. And his intentions are really good. And I hope you don't get poisoned and you remain the true person that you are. Okay? Mr. Goodwin, right. So let me fast forward and I will conclude, because I can talk for England, Nigeria, Morocco. Trust me, I can talk. Yeah? If you haven't noticed already. Right? Anyway, so basically, I'm a God-fearing person, okay? I'm a God-fearing person, big time. So I believe in God. And this man here, he contemplated quitting boxing about 12 months ago, he said to me, you know what, Charles? I'm getting old. I've got my family. I haven't done anything in boxing. Everybody's using me as a showman, entertainer, but yet again, what have I got to show for it? I said, you know what, yes, I'm going to plead with you. Give it one more year. We're going to try and push harder, okay? Okay, there's a lot of politics beyond belief you will not understand in boxing. I'm not even going to go into it. It's disgusting, okay? Does it matter where you really come from? If you're good at what you do, if you're a good doctor, top surgeon, does it matter where you come from to operate on somebody? No, it doesn't, yeah? In his profession, he is the best. I've trained a lot of boxers. I won't go into the names of who I trained. Quite an up-and-coming trainer in England, and I've had to fight to penetrate the barrier, okay, the politics. Now, this man here, I will sell everything that I've got. I'm not a gambling man because I'm religious, yeah? I will sell everything I've got, and I will even borrow what I don't have. That's how much I believe of his ability and where he can go if promoted in the right way, okay? It just so happens, coincidentally, this man fought to get him into the competition that he recently won, which is the prize fighter. We tried 2 years ago, a man called Barry McGugan, I'm sure you're all familiar with that name. He's a massive fan of Yassine. Barry McGugan called the promoters of the competition to try and get him to compete in the same competition 2 years ago. They said, okay, because everybody kept calling up to get him in. I said, you know what, we'll put his name down. Then the actual promoter called me personally. He said, you know what, we'd love to put your man in, but the fact is, every other boxer asked who else is in that competition. When his name is mentioned, they said, I'm not doing it. Yeah, so the promoter called me to say, you know what, your man's bad for business. We can't have him in. So he didn't go in 2 years ago, right? But that didn't stop us in our quest to get him in. Because we knew it's an open competition that's going to buy him the ticket to maybe get some kind of, not only recognition, to showcase what this man can do to the world. Anyway, in boxing terms. Eventually, by the grace of God, with the help of Steve, keep pushing. I kept everybody around Yassine who believes in his boxing ability, kept pushing. They wrongfully accepted him. And not only did they accept him, it's probably the first time they put 2 ex-world champions in, knowing they want to really block him. There's no way he's going to beat this guy. No, definitely not 2 if he managed to get past 1. Yeah? And do you know what makes it so even sweeter, this victory? Yeah? Not a lot of people know this, except for myself, Steve, yourself, you was around to see me, right? This man, never mind competing on that very day, he shouldn't have been nowhere near a boxing gym, never mind fighting. This man was ill. When I say to you ill, so ill, it's a trainer's duty to make the decision, because you're dealing with someone's life here. I'm not God, but you're dealing with someone. The decisions you make will determine what the outcome will be. Yeah? You're not supposed to send an ill boxer to fight. No, you're not. Okay? I gave him timings. I monitored him closely. Yeah? And I said, yes, live to fight another day. If you're not well, God doesn't want you to fight. If you go, all these people have been avoiding you all this time. Should you go and get beaten, they'll say, see, we told you he's no good, he's just a showman. But not knowing this guy is really, really old. Eventually, as the nearer the fight got, I'm not going to go into every detail, I'll be here all day. He told me, he looked me in the eyes, he said, please, let me fight. I said, yes, I'm looking at you, you're not well, please let me fight, please, I need to fight, okay? I said, right, you've got 3 days to convince me in your well-being, not your boxing ability, your well-being. Every day that got better, his eyes cleared, his eyes got brighter, yeah? And I took a chance, it was still a gamble, yeah? We let him go in, and the rest, God, I said, God, the victory, the way it happened and how it happened, gave him the energy, the courage and love to go in there and demonstrate what he did. The rest is I'm still rejoicing. And we've had many victories with other boxers I work with, but I don't believe any victory has been as sweet as this one, because he was not supposed to even be in that competition, never mind winning it. And in the fashion that he did it in, just to show you, he's won. He's never had any invitation from the organizers, number one. there's a program called Ringside Boxing, which is like a program specifically for boxing in this country. Do you think he's had an invitation to come and acknowledge what he achieved? No invitation. There's also a magazine called Boxing News, which is the Bible of boxing in this country. Do you think he's had a report to recognize what he's done? Still happen. But you know what? We're going to carry on marching on, because you know what? They can't fucking stop us.
That's it!
Excuse my language, okay? Excuse my language.